What did I say about 2-3 weeks ago? I believe it was the first Harvey Hour Fired Up. I said, the 49ers have their quarterback. They're going forward with Brock Purdy. And lo and behold, today there's a report that came out that said that the 49ers have begun fielding calls for Trey Lance. Now, they haven't been making the calls. They've been receiving the calls to see, if teams will be willing to trade for Trey Lance. Now, I looked it up to see what Trey Lance's value could be based on, some analysts and some reporters. And Mike Silver, I believe, said that he's back in January. He could be worth up to a third-round pick. Go for it. Jump on it. Get as much as you can for Trey Lance. Now, technically, on the books, Trey Lance has a 2-2 record. But that fourth start was when he got hurt against the Seahawks. Jimmy G came in and won that game officially. He went 2 of 3 for 30 yards in that game, Trey Lance. But in 3 starts where he's finished the game, he has 55% completion percentage, 605 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks, and a 72.1 passer rating. That's not good. That is not starter material whatsoever. That's like Zach Wilson type numbers, and Zach Wilson got benched twice this year. And now they openly shop for a veteran quarterback this year, and sort of, I don't know why, but they're going to keep Zach Wilson on the back burner to hope and pray he can get out of whatever slump he's been in so far. And I thought, why not take a look at Brock Purdy's first 3 games or 4 starts? We'll go first 3 starts just in case, since we're comparing 3 starts to 3 starts. 3 games where he started and finished. 69.5% completion percentage, 636 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, 121.4 pass rating for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's such a better quarterback than Trey Lance. Even when Brock Purdy didn't start in that game against Miami where Jimmy G broke his foot, at the end of the game, people were saying, who's this Brock Purdy kid? Mr. Irrelevant? Who is this guy? He looks really good. The first start he ever made, 16 of 21, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 134 passer rating. This guy could play. This guy's the last pick in the draft, and he could play. It makes no sense to hold on the Trey Lance. You got Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's an okay backup, you could say. But to hold on to a guy that you spent, 3 first-round picks for, just to start a guy who was the last pick in the draft, you got to get some value for him. You made a mistake. The worst thing you could do is double down on your mistake and keep him. Get rid of him. Because you literally have no use for him. You're rolling with Brock Purdy. Now it's a question of how healthy can Brock Purdy stay. I think that's the big thing that the 49ers may be asking themselves. Do we hold on to Trey Lance strictly because Brock Purdy could get hurt again? And I think that's a fine question. But you use that 3rd-round pick for another quarterback, to draft a quarterback, a backup quarterback role, or sign a backup quarterback that may be on the market. But to hold on to a guy that you're not going to use, they spent so much for, you at least got to get some return on, because his value right now is a 3rd-round pick. If he stays on the bench, it's just going to keep dropping off and dropping off and dropping off. He's still technically on a rookie deal. Teams will pay a decent draft pick, like a 3rd-round pick, for a quarterback who has a lot of potential because he is so raw. He was the most unrefined quarterback in that draft class, so he has potential. He's very, very athletic. He's 6'4", 220, and can run. He has potential, but the 49ers are not going to use him because their offense doesn't require a guy to be 6'4" and super athletic. All they require is a guy who could play, who could throw it accurately. That's why they kept Jimmy G. That's why they stuck with Jimmy G. That's why they re-signed Jimmy G in a 1-year deal last year, even though he has a severe injury history. It's because he was accurate. When you complete 68% of your throws, yeah, you're going to get looks, even though you can't throw a great deep ball, or you're not athletic, or you're strictly a pocket passer. If you could get the ball accurately to your receivers, which people are going to argue with me about this. Jimmy G did that. Postseason, it is what it is. You could argue that all you want, but I'm still saying he beat Aaron Rodgers a couple times in Lambeau. That has to mean something. He made it to a Super Bowl. When you facilitate an offense like that, the quarterback holds the ball in every single play on the offense. he could basically cost you every single game, and Jimmy G didn't for the most part. That's why they kept him. He was accurate. That's why they will keep Brock Purdy and start him, because he is accurate. Trey Lance, 55% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks, 72 passer rating. Doesn't look good with that team. Take CMC away. They were still a top 5 team, Super Bowl odds. Without CMC, top 5. And with Jimmy G at quarterback. Now you add CMC, Brock Purdy with the season he had last year. They could probably move into top 3. They probably are top 3. You got to move off him. Get whatever value he has left. Get it and run with it. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.